The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the customizer to customize the look and feel of storefront theme. I'll go into the appearance section and go to customize, which is going to open up the customizer and preview what my site looks like now. I'm just going to work my way down the list of options. So I'll start with site identity. The first thing that I want to do here is I want to go ahead and I want to set a logo for my site. I'm going to click select logo and browse for a logo. Currently I don't have any images uploaded into my media library. I'll go ahead and upload the logo file now. Remember that it's always a good idea to give your images alt text and a title and perhaps a caption when appropriate. I'm going to go ahead and select this. Now this particular theme is asking me to crop my logo. I don't want to crop my logo, so I'm going to change the crop orientation so that this fits around the size of my logo. You can see that the Sprinkle This logo has now been added to the upper part of my website. At this point I don't need the site title, so I'm just going to leave that, and I don't need just another WordPress site, so I'll remove that as well. The next thing that you have an option of adding is the site icon. This is the little Favicon icon that will show up in your site. So it lets you know that if you want to add a favicon, it has to be square and it has to be at least 512 pixels wide and tall. Usually favicons are quite a bit smaller. I'll add a favicon image to my site as well. You can see how the favicon is going to be incorporated in my site from looking here. I'll go ahead and click the back arrow button to go back. The next section is my header image. You have the option here to add a header image. I'm not going to add a header image, but I am going to change the colors. The background color of my site is going to use a rich burgundy color. I know the hex value, so I'm going to go ahead and add that now. For the text color, this is actually the color of the links. I'm going to change this from gray to a buttery yellow. And my link color is going to be a light pink. You can see by making these changes, the updates are now starting to customize within my website. I'm going to return from the header and I'm going to move on to the footer. We'll go ahead and we'll leave the colors as they are, but I'm going to change the link color from this dark gray to the same burgundy color that I'm using. This will update the links that are within the footer section of my website. I'll click the back button. The next item is the background. I'm going to leave the background color and the background image at white, so we'll go back. The next item is typography. As you can see, this link and accent color is not working, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to set this also to the burgundy shade that we're using throughout the site. For my headlines, I'm going to use a teal color, and we'll just leave the text color at this dark gray. I'm going to go into the buttons section, and for the alternate button background color, I'm going to use the same teal color. And for the regular background color, I'm going to set it to the burgundy shade. As you can see, my site is starting to come together and it's starting to look more customized with the colors that I'm using in my site. The layout section is next. This is going to control what side the side appears on, so whether you want it to be on the left or the right. I prefer it on the right, so I'll leave it at the defaults. Menus is going to allow me to set up the menu. I'm not going to worry about the menus right now. We'll come back and talk about this later on. It is worth mentioning that this theme offers multiple widget sections. We'll leave these as they are right now, but we may come and alter these later on in our process. I'm going to come to my static front page setting. I actually do not want the front page to be the latest post. I'm going to want to make it a static page, but I don't have a static page to use currently. So we'll have to leave this blank until we've built out that page. At this point, I'm going to click Save and Publish. I'll close this out. And now if we go to the front end part of our website and refresh, you can see that the website has been branded with some of the settings that we've specified. There obviously are some settings that we haven't been able to specify in the customizer. We can use a child theme on top of storefront to further customize the site, but that's going to take using a little bit of code. We'll look into how to do that later on in this course.